Hello everyone. So in this video, I feel like talking about what's the point of life if we all have to die one day. And someone also commented, if life is a simulation, then what's the point of work? Why should I still need to work? Why should I just not sit and meditate the whole day? Okay, so it's a good question and I'll also address it in this video. So what's the point of life if we all have to die one day? So this is also a big question and different people will have different perspectives and opinions on this. So I'll just offer my perspective. Our life here on earth is indeed impermanent. When we were born, it's destined that all of us will face death one day. It doesn't matter how rich or famous you are, this really do not matter. In front of death, it's all equal. So in a way, it seems that there really isn't any meaning for whatever we pursue here. And sometimes if we think about impermanence, we think about death, how we all have to die one day, it may make us become more depressed because all the people we love, one day we all have to separate all the things we possess. We cannot take anything with us. And really at the time of death, all the things that we pursue in this life really does not seem to have so much meaning at all because you just cannot bring any of them with you. So if you study Buddhism, then you will know that even death is an illusion. Like what died is just this physical body. Our consciousness remains and our karma will determine where we will go in the next cycle of reincarnation. So we've been trapped in the cycle of reincarnation maybe for countless eons. So not only this life here is an illusion, the whole of the cycle of reincarnation is in fact also an illusion because nothing in here is permanent except perhaps our suffering, our repeated rebirth and death. Death is suffering, illness is suffering, so we will really encounter a lot of sufferings as long as we are trapped in the cycle of reincarnation. So in a way, we are really stuck in the game of illusion, in the game of samsara. So if you ask me if there is sort of any point of living this life, my answer would really be to trump the cycle of reincarnation, to trump impermanence, to overcome all ills and sufferings in life. And thankfully, because I encounter Amitabha Buddha, I encounter Pure Land Buddhism. So for me, the meaning is really to practice Nianfo and seek rebirth to the Pure Land. But because I can't just go yet, there is a time for everything. And this is the same with rebirth. So unless one obtains Nianfo Samadhi, then one can be in the Pure Land whenever one wants. But because I have not obtained Nianfo Samadhi, so my time of rebirth is not yet. For people who have not obtained Nianfo Samadhi, then one just leaves for the Pure Land whenever our time period is up. Since life is short, we might as well just try to live a good life. And while we are here, we also follow the rules of the game. That is this universal law of karma. We shall do good deeds so we have good karma, and also we can transfer the merit of our good deeds towards seeking rebirth to the Pure Land. And also try our best to help others. In a way, I feel that we are here really for a purpose. To me, it would really be to spread the message of Amitabha Buddha to as many people as possible. Hopefully help more people to also seek rebirth to the Pure Land. We also have to be grateful because it's really not easy to be in this human body. So in the Mahaparinirvana Sutra, the Buddha also told us how rare it is for someone to actually reincarnate as a human, to be in a human body and to encounter the Dharma. So the metaphor the Buddha used is that imagine a blind turtle swimming in this vast sea, and the blind turtle encounter a wood log, and there is an opening hole on this wood log, and the blind turtle somehow managed to stick his head inside of this opening hole. So that is how rare the chance, the probability for one to be incarnated in a human body and also to encounter the Dharma, because when we encounter the Dharma, that is where we will have the best chance to exit the cycle of reincarnation, especially the Pure Land Dharma Gate. Given that we are really in the Dharma declining age, it would be really difficult for anyone on this planet to actually realize enlightenment relying on self-effort, whereas this Pure Land path is unique in the way that we rely on the vows of Amitabha Buddha, and Amitabha Buddha will deliver us to the Pure Land without realizing enlightenment first, and we will realize enlightenment once we arrived in Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. This is such an easy way to exit the cycle of reincarnation. There is really no other way that it's easier than this. And the Buddha also told us in the sutras to be in the human realm is actually the best realm out of the other 5 realms: the heaven realm, the hungry ghost realm, the animal realm, the hell realm, the Ashura realm. So the reason is that in the human realm, we have the most chance to encounter the Dharma and the best chance to practice in order to exit the samsara. So imagine if we were an animal, or worse, if we end up in the hungry ghost realm, or even worse, the hell realm. So it would be really difficult for us to first encounter the Dharma and let alone to practice it. And also the sufferings in the 3 evil realms are just unspeakable, and it's tremendously long. And even to the heavenly realm, the Buddha does not recommend us to ascend to the heaven. This is because in the heavenly realm, the beings enjoy a lot of pleasures, and this will really make them become even more attached to desires. And also in the heavenly realm, the life is not infinite. There is still a time limit up in the heavenly realm. They live for a very long time. So due to this tremendous long lifespan, they would not feel so much about impermanence, although it is also impermanent in nature. So imagine if you could live for like 4,000 years and you're enjoying a lot of pleasures, you're really enjoying your life with little suffering. You will probably not think about practicing the Dharma. You will probably not think about impermanence and wanting to exit the cycle of samsara. It is perhaps only towards the end of your life and you realize all of a sudden, it's also impermanent. So all the pleasures we enjoy in these 6 realms, they are also impermanent in nature. So that is why the human realm is in fact the best realm for our Dharma practice, given that our lifespan here is not too long, and most we may live up to 100 years or much less. So we can be mindful of impermanence, and also it's mixed with happiness and suffering. So it actually provides a very good condition for us to want to practice the Dharma and to exit the cycle of reincarnation, to trump impermanence, to seek rebirth to the Pure Land, and to realize infinite life and light there. So if we think about this, we have to be really grateful that we are actually in a human body and we are learning this Dharma, and also grateful for Amitabha Buddha's infinite compassion, for Shakyamuni Buddha's infinite compassion for telling us about this. The best way to repay our gratitude to the Buddhas is really to help also spread the message, because that would really be the genuine wish of Amitabha Buddha, of Shakyamuni Buddha, or these Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. They really want us to know about Amitabha Buddha and to seek rebirth to the Pure Land. So while we are here as Pure Land Buddhists, I feel it's really our duty, our responsibility to share this message, to really spread the name of Amitabha Buddha, to tell people about the Pure Land, so more people have the chance to hear this name, to encounter this Dharma, and to be able to seek rebirth to the Pure Land. If not in this lifetime, then at least the seed has been planted for them to obtain liberation in the future lifetimes. So if you ask me what's the point of life, this would be really the point of my life. And I hope this will also be the point for many other Pure Land Buddhists. Bodhicitta is really the most important element. If we are practicing Mahayana Buddhism, we are practicing this Pure Land Dharma Gate, we shall really generate the bodhicitta, the heart that we also want to help others to seek rebirth, because this will really be the wish of Amitabha Buddha. So the person commented, if life is all a simulation, why should I work? Why should I just not sit and meditate the whole day? So this is really a narrow interpretation of what meditation is, and also perhaps a common misunderstanding of what meditation actually is. So in fact, meditation is not just about sitting here. Everything in our life can be turned into meditation. Our whole life is our meditation, especially with the practice of Nianfo. I can kneel for while I'm cooking, I can kneel for while I'm walking, I can kneel for while I'm doing many things in life. So meditation is not just about sitting there and do nothing. Your work can also be your meditation. So meditation is simply to bring us into the present, to not be bothered by the past nor worry about the future. And with Nianfo, this can be easily achieved. So our whole life is actually our meditation. And if you really understand life is an illusion in a way that it's all impermanent, if you really understand it's kind of like a simulation, then you can just play. It's like a game. We are in a game of reincarnation. While we're living in this life, try to live a good life. Practice Nianfo every day to be positive and to play well whatever roles that you need to play in this world, or fulfill whatever duty or responsibility you might have in this world, without taking things too seriously, because it's just a game or it's illusion anyway. And at the time of near death, or whenever that might be, we will seek rebirth to the Pure Land. Okay, so I'm also curious to know your opinions on this. What do you think is the point of life if we all have to die one day? Namo Amitabha Buddha. Namo Amitofo.